Hey, this is Rick from Hiking Emergency Beacon, and today I'm out to do a field test and see if an app such as the AllTrails app will work when you're not in cell service and be able to see maps and see where you're at without using a satellite messenger. But before we get into that, please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted as soon as I put out new videos. Okay, so I've already done one test today at Cheeseman Canyon, and I didn't realize there was cell service there. But you can see on the screen with the information I'm about to show you how well the AllTrails app works. And yes, I was in cell service, but right now I'm not too far away. I'm at Deckers, Colorado, and I'm going to show you what it's like when you're outside of cell service. You can still see maps and you can still see information at Cheeseman Canyon, but you know, there's a reason why you do want satellite messengers, and I'll tell you that if you stick with me till the end. But right now, let's look at Cheeseman Canyon and what I saw there, and then we're going to come back and look at what you can see here without cell service. Okay, so I'm at Cheeseman Canyon, and there is some cell service here, but I'll still show you what it's like using this app. So I click on Cheeseman Canyon. Here's the trail. You can see my location at the beginning. And now we're actually at the trailhead right here, you can see. And so we're gonna start, and there's the arrow. So it shows me the trail, it shows me my direction of travel. I can go 2D map, I can go 3D, and it shows me my elevation gain, distance traveled. I'm not gonna go very far here though. So we're gonna hit maps right here, and I've downloaded some maps already, but since I have cell service, it may not be a true test. But right now I'm going to pick satellite, and what does it look like on satellite mode? There's the trailhead there. You can see all the way up here to Cheeseman Canyon right there. It doesn't give you like contours and all that, but it does give you a lot of great information. You can see the trail, you can see the river right there. That's pretty great. So I'd never used AllTrails like this before. Now there's another map I downloaded, and it's terrain. You can see the contours. There's Cheeseman Reservoir right there. There's a parking lot at the upper Cheeseman Canyon Trail. A lot more information than I thought it would offer. So even though we have cell service here, it's a success as far as what the map shows. I'm going to go back to an area that doesn't have cell service, and we're going to see what it looks like with no trail and no maps that are downloaded, and then we'll just do that second test and see how well it does in both locations, with service and without, with a near a trail and then where there is no trail. I want to look at one other thing real quick down here. There's some information. There's a profile right here. It shows you the profile of the trail, and it actually shows where you're at on the trail, and then you get information along it. You can see the blue dot at the very bottom right that shows where I'm at on the profile. And then you can see my triangle, the location where I'm at and the direction I'm traveling. And there's another icon here at the bottom right. Oh, and it's whether it's hiking, mountain biking, running, road biking, backpacking. It gives a lot of different things, and then you can save it. All right, there you have it. First test is a success. Let's head back to an area where there is no cell service, and we'll see how well it works and what the information it gives you there when there's no cell service to be had. Okay, so I've already done one test today at Cheeseman Canyon, and I didn't realize there was cell service there. But you can see on the screen with the information I'm about to show you how well the AllTrails app works. And yes, I was in cell service, but right now I'm not too far away. I'm at Deckers, Colorado, and I'm going to show you what it's like when you're outside of cell service. You can still see maps and you can still see information at Cheeseman Canyon, but you know, there's a reason why you do want satellite messengers, and I'll tell you that if you stick with me till the end. So right now I'm going into the AllTrails app. There is no cell service. I can show you this. I'm going to put screenshots up of everything. It says I'm offline when I go to the Explorer, and then if I hit on Community, it also says no service, retry. Navigate, it shows me without cell service, it shows me where I'm at on the map. It has the contours. It's right here. I'm by Deckers, and then Cheeseman Canyon is not too far away. I'll show you that. It doesn't show the trail, but you can see Cheeseman Canyon and the area. We're going to click on the Cheeseman Canyon map that I downloaded a couple days ago. Double checked it last night, made sure it was all here. And right away you can see the trail. I zoom farther out, you can see a little bit more of the area, the reservoir up there. And there's a map icon at the top right, and I can choose the satellite image. It's really handy to have that satellite image, because sometimes, like when you zoom in, you can see here the trail, the trailhead, the parking lot. You can see better. You can sometimes see more information on, say there's a cliff, a canyon, a river. Sometimes it offers more information. I downloaded the terrain map. Terrain map just shows somewhat like the first map, but it shows the contours. But normally what I do is I just leave it on the AllTrails map. All right, now that we've been to both areas, one was self-service at the trailhead at Cheeseman Canyon, and then this other location by Deckers, Colorado, where there is no self-service and we're just down here by the river. I want to talk to you about a few things that I discovered and some things you need to be aware of. From past failures with the AllTrails app, I was not able to see maps in the past when I was outside of self-service. Now that was probably operator error, but this time what I did is I made sure I downloaded the maps, and then I came out here and tested it. I was surprised. I didn't think it would be a success because of past failures. So it worked. And so I was able to see the topo. I can even see the trails that are saved. So that really does work well. So when somebody in the past, several people have argued with me that you don't need a satellite messenger to see the trails or maps, because you can see it on apps. And also you can see it on other devices. You don't need a satellite messenger. There's other devices, specifically I'll give you an example, like Garmin. They have GPS trackers and all that show you where you're at in the trail for a lot less money than a satellite messenger. The satellite messengers are primarily about communication. So the question is, do you need a satellite messenger? And I would say yes, but for some people it's maybe. If you're in an area that has great cell service, and then you wouldn't need it, because you can get the maps on your phone and you can communicate on your phone. If you have an emergency, you can call somebody and call for help. But here in Colorado, in places like Colorado, where you're in the mountains and there's no cell service in a lot of places, and especially if you're out up a river fishing, or you're up in the mountains hunting or hiking, you might have cell service at times, but a lot of times you're not. So I want to really emphasize something here. The satellite messenger is not about having maps. The satellite messenger is about communicating in an emergency situation, specifically, more importantly, a life-threatening situation, whether it's you or somebody else. That is the primary reason, the number one reason you want a satellite messenger. When I first got into satellite messengers, I was up at the Rocky Mountain National Park, and I saw somebody with a Spot Gen 3, and I asked him about it, and he said that it helps his wife to be more comfortable at home when he's out. He's an older gentleman, and when he's out hiking, it gives her comfort knowing that he's okay. He can check in, and he can also call for help. That's when I realized that I wanted one of those on my pack, because it's about communication. It's primarily about calling for help with a search and rescue teams, but secondarily, it's about communicating with your teams. So, like, say, just up here recently, Mike from Mike and Rick Outdoors, he is from Oklahoma, and we were in an area that I knew did not have cell service, and I had found a campsite. It was first come, first serve. And I didn't know where we were going to be. So I was able to share my location with him, and then he was able to drive right to the campsite because we both had satellite messengers. So the communication with team members is a secondary issue. Primary issue is search and rescue. Other things that are just nice and convenient are maps and weather. You don't have to have those. You can get them different ways. But because I have a satellite messenger, and I also have the maps, and I can sync my phone, and I can see the maps on my phone just like on AllTrails, it's just a convenience issue. So yes, you don't have to have a satellite messenger for the maps, but you do need a satellite messenger when you're outside of cell service and you want to call for search and rescue, or communicate with teams, or get weather. You have to have it for those reasons. Well, I'm really glad to be able to come out here today and to prove some things to myself, and also to be able to show to you things that the AllTrails app will do and other apps like it. But I also wanted to really re-emphasize the importance of having a satellite messenger for communication and for search and rescue. Well, that's it. I hope you liked this short test to see how well the AllTrails app does work and to learn more about satellite messengers. Well, thanks for joining me here on Hiking Emergency Beacon, and please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted as soon as I put out new videos. And I'll see you back out here in Colorado next time.